Welcome back to the Blue Wave Talk Show with your host, Duane, Bluestein, and Miss
Shelley Marie.
You are right. You are right. Because right now I want to choke you up.
For those of you who have not seen Anchorman, I need you to go see it. Because this is what happens up in here. He's talking about punching me in my ovaries. I want to meet him outside. It's
was I punching you in the ovaries?
Or maybe that was my...
That was your thought pattern. Can you clean that up? Rewind.
Yes.
I was going to punch you in the ear.
But he was going to hit me. See what I'm talking about? Eat the cake, anime.
Eat the cake. But yes, I already had this conversation, and
great.
You listen. I should thank you so much for coming on. We really, really appreciate it. That was.
I think that was one of the most informational segments we have ever had on the Blue Wave.
Because she's a female.
Okay. A, she's cute.
What?
B, she's super smart.
Right.
And C, she is a female. She's a smart female. That's smart.
Super smart. Right. It's good. It's good tie-in. Yes, it was a great segment. Pretty good segment.
Don't try to make this into a female-male thing, because we could go at it right now. I'm just saying. Seriously, people, I know when you guys see this.
What do you mean going at it? I don't understand that. What do you mean?
So what I'm going to say is, you guys have been watching the segments over the last, how many months?
Mm-hmm,
a few months, whatever. And this has a wealth of information. I know a lot of people in today's economy are trying to start a side hustle, a side business, whatever it is to bring income to you and your family. I know what's going on there. And you guys ask me questions all the time, and I'm forthcoming. And I give you everything that I have and say, hey, here it is. There's no secrets with me to work it. But I'm not this lady right here.
Right.
Aisha is amazing.
Right.
She's got a partner that's analytical, numbers driven.
Numbers. Gotta love the numbers.
I was about that.
Listen, well, I met her partner, and she was intrepid.
Intrepid with an E.
With an E.
Y'all need
Intrepid with an E, right? Yes, intrepid with an E. Yes, I met her partner, and she put me in my place. I don't think she would put me in my place because I let her win.
Because she was smart. She won.
Again.
You didn't have a point. If you don't have a point, you cannot win. I'm just saying, if you don't have a point, you can't win.
I know I had a point, because I'm always going to have a point.
Your point is you didn't win.
Gosh, all right. What are we doing? So, we are at the segment of the Shelley Tip of the Week.
Okay, guys.
And go.
Okay, the tip of the week is beer. I've been trying.
Hey, that was a great post.
What?
You know I was upset.
What were?
The Honey Hot Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she knows how I like Honey Hot. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, so last Friday, Freestyle Friday, my post was honey hot wings, and I gave you the recipe, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who've been asking, and beer.
Okay, but what's the tip of the beer?
Oh, the tip of the beer. I'm sorry. I've been playing with beer, period. Okay, y'all know I love beer, but I've been marinating meat in it. I got super gangster and fried some pickles, but I marinated them in 4 Peaks Guinness, or it's actually... I can't remember what it was. Anyways, it was 4 Peaks beer. Marinated the pickles. I fried the pickles. Oh my God. For y'all, St. Louis, Louisiana, Texas, all you people out there, it was the bomb. Okay?
That good?
Yeah. So I'm playing with new marinades, and beer is definitely one that will penetrate that meat. And I know you bird lovers out there with that chicken. And so I'm saying, is the beer can chicken, you shove the...
Can you guys do me a favor? Like, can you hire her to cook, please? Or cater, chef? Yeah, cater, chef, because I get in trouble for the cook work. And give me a plate. Because I've never, I mean, I've known her for a year now. It's been a year.
You've ate a couple times.
No, it's been a year, and I've never received a plate as of yet.
Facebookers, post the pictures on the website. Post the pictures.
Post what pictures?
I've seen you eat. I've seen you with a plate in your hand. I've seen you looking real happy.
It was good. Mm-hmm. It was probably good. That chicken. Did y'all remember that chicken at Dukes and Boots? Oh my goodness. There are people that know how to fry chicken. And don't get it wrong. My grandmother, oh my goodness. Maybelle. That's my grandmother's name. Maybelle. Your chicken was wonderful. And it was just, but Shell, she might have tapped you a little bit. That chicken was.
I sneak up on them and I tap it.
Yeah, it was off the hook. So the Shelley Tip of the Week is beer.
Use beer as a marinade. A light beer preferably. If you're gonna, even like with a beef stew, you can use Guinness after you're browning your meat. Oh my God, obviously for those that are not drinkers or whatever. I mean, I love beer again, so Guinness is really good. But beef stew, after you're done browning your meat, a whole bottle of beer of Guinness in there. Let that stew, put in the oven or a crock pot. The taste is just ridiculous. It's off the chain. Like, you could taste the stout. It's a heavier browning. It's just amazing. So try it.
Try it out. I ain't
gonna tell you nothing bad.
Try it out. Send us pictures. Send it in. Tell us about it. Give us a call. 480-703-2170. But do not call me
asking for free stuff.
It just doesn't make any sense. I'm giving you free information. I'm giving you free love, free information from everyone that I bring on the show. And you still want something free from me.
That's just what we do.
No. I'm sorry. I was having a moment with the camera. I was like into the camera just talking like, leave me alone. Okay.
He doesn't want it. He loves when you guys ask him for free stuff because then it gives him something to do. He goes around being busy, trying to ask for favors or barter. He's good at bartering.
I'm good at bartering. I mean, not free. Well, if you want to give it to me for free, I'll take it for free. But bartering, that's what we do. That gives me an opportunity to come in your establishment and get a sponsorship and get some free gift cards or beer or food or whatever. Because I'll take that and give it. Okay, so as we continue, I want to go back to Tink Tink. Because Tink Tink,
oh Lord.
Here's the deal. If you guys don't know about Tink Tink, Tink Tink is Riley Cooper for the Philadelphia Eagles. He was the one that gave the racial slur way back when, before the season started. And they said, y'all should kick him off the team.
Right.
Get off the team because you
because you said the N-word.
Hey, this dude is balling. This dude is playing ball.
I thought we were gonna go with the tie-in with the whole.
We are. Okay, we are. Sorry. But I just had to let folks know that he's doing work. Now there was another racial slur that came out with Mr. Incognito.
Really?
He did. He apologized and said, we talk like that all the time.
Oh, I mean, Paula Deen did it, and look at her. They snatched her ass off the network so fast. Stuff was on clearance, and I almost thought about buying some, but I didn't. Now all of a sudden,
I got my mom some pots and pans. It was 65% off some Paula Deen pots and pans, a big old box, and I was like,
why is it okay for certain people to say the racial slur and then other people it's not?
Well, here's where it really bothers me. In the workplace of the NFL, obviously anybody can say it, but if you walk into any job in America and you say it, you will be terminated immediately.
Yeah.
So when our kids and our kids are watching dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, they're watching Fox Sports, they're watching all these.
Can we get some 2 Chainz up in there too? Oh, I'm sorry, I went to rap lyrics. Sorry.
Right. So our kids are seeing that this is okay, that they are allowing this to happen in the locker rooms, but we're not regulating it. As a parent, how do you feel about that? Because your newfound energy on ESPN, and you're starting to hear these stories. Is it right? Is it wrong? What do you think?
I mean, I don't know. I'm on the fence with this, you guys, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I'm in that whole philosophy of don't give it any energy. It always is a bad word because we made it a bad word. But then you study the history of the word, and you're like, oh, okay.
Right.
It's so out of line. It's so out of pocket. There's no way in God's green earth we should ever use it. And when you do use it, you should be immediately dotted in eye or throat, somewhere up in this region.
So if we're allowing not us to say it and freely say it,
not us.
Well, anybody. I know, and I'm gonna go on to that side. But if whites are saying this and we're giving them a pass because they can play, and then we as blacks turn around and do it also and try to get away with it. No pass. It just doesn't work, right?
It doesn't work. There's no pass. You're being a hypocrite. Either it's okay to say or it's not. Period. I know it's wrong. I know I can play both sides of the sentence. You guys know I love to debate. Okay? So I do. And I can. I'll win every time. Just tell me what side I'm on.
Stop saying you winning.
I will. But I'm just saying. You cannot, if we're saying it's not okay for one person to say we're all human. If it's not okay for you, it's not okay for me. It's just not okay across the board. It's just one of those words. You can't say it. Don't say it. What is the movie? Is it 12 Slaves or Slaves? It just came out. Anyone?
I don't know.
12 years of Slaves.
You know, my mom went and saw that. She said she teared up a little bit.
I want to go see that, and then I'm going to go see Best Man Holiday because you need to chase her after that. I heard it was a very, very deep movie. It made Roots look like nothing. And you need to follow it with the chaser. But with that being said, the N-word is used quite often in that movie, and it kind of gives you the history of that, of the word as well. And it's just, there's no okay. Either we have to say it's okay or it's not. Pick a team, pick a side. White, Hispanic, Latino, whatever you are, everybody's using it. I mean, I seen a little Caucasian boy the other day. It was like N-word, N-word, N-word. I had to be like, excuse me.
Did you speak on it?
Hell yeah! How could I not? Like before I even knew it, it was already coming out my mouth.
Right. Well, here's the funny thing about it. There was a basketball player, played for the Clippers. Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes got ejected from the basketball game, and he went on Twitter and said, "Da da da da, I'm sick of you in da 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 da." Now this is a black basketball player that threw it out to social media, and social media was like running with this,
right?
Because we think that this is cool.
Well, okay, it's not cool, okay. But first of all, we have to understand that these celebrities, athletes, whatever, they're human too. So they're and when dealing with athletes, they're very passionate about what they're doing. So they may slip up and say something in the heat of the moment. Like if you're fighting with somebody, you might say something about somebody's mama. I know we ain't talking about nobody's mama, but I'm just saying you made something that you normally won't. It's adrenaline. It's the heat of the moment.
Right.
That I mean, I understand it, but that doesn't give you a pass. It's like because there's so much scrutiny on that word, especially with all the recent activity going on this year alone, like just try to take it out of your vocabulary. Period. Because it's going to come up on social media, it's going to come up on the news, it's going to come up with your kids. And I'm not being holier than thou. Y'all know I have a potty mouth. Pray for me. I'm sorry. I'm trying. But so things happen. I mean, but you have to correct it. I think it's more scrutiny when you're in the public eye.
Right.
I mean, I'm not gonna, I'm not even gonna go there. But yeah.
No, I.
So to answer your question, no. Pick a team. If you say no, it's not okay to say, then don't say it. Everybody.
Well, I agree, and please remove it because I don't want my kids or any other kids or young white kids, young Mexican kids. I don't care who it is. I don't want to hear anybody say it because I don't want to jump out there and be like Shelley and be like, no, not good. Not
no,
good.
And just a little bit of iteration. You guys know I've been born and raised in Arizona, so I do have a very diverse background. And my daughter made a comment. Sorry, Kennedy, for putting you out there and using the example of today's lesson. She made a comment because we have a lot of Hispanic families. So inside our families, we make comments and jokes or whatever. And I had to say, hey, baby, you a Hershey chocolate bar. Don't nobody know that you got Mexican in you. Nobody knows that. So you may say that, and next thing you know, you getting jacked up in the bathroom because somebody heard you say this term. Roles reversed. I have a cousin that looks strictly Hispanic, but his, dad is black as tar, and he says the N-word. But after getting his ass whooped in the bathroom a couple times, he doesn't use it anymore. Right. So it's like you think you're around your family and you're joking, but you never. There's eyes and ears everywhere. Everybody's got a phone. Everybody's recording. Next, somebody posted on Instagram, and now you're a racist.
Right.
Like, seriously, just take yourself out of the middle. Like, we are smart enough. We have a bigger, vast vocabulary than to use that word and a whole bunch of other words. And I know I'm talking to myself because I say some choice words all the time. And, well, we're all a work in progress. How about that? And go.
This is Miss Shelley Marie. Hey, we haven't done this in a while. What is your email address that they can find you at?
Oh, you can find me at info@domesticdivacatering.com, or you can find me on Facebook at Domestic Diva Catering AZ.
Now, for me, it's the Blue Way Talk Show. Please subscribe. We really need you guys to subscribe in. Just go in there and click. He even got it set up for you to just say subscribe.
Just click the button.
Push the button.
I'm sorry, this one. It's this one. For you lefties, it's this hand.
It's just push the button.
It's supposed to button.
Hey.
Sometimes you have to double click if you don't have a Mac.
Is that what it is?
Mac, one click.
One
PC,
click.
2.
Thank you, Miss Cogborn. We really appreciate it. You're on the Blue Wave Talk Show with your host, Duane Bluestein and Miss Shelley Marie. See you next week.